Hello, artist friends. I hope you're having a good time today. We're going to be drawing a triangle black cat, and you can use any supplies that you have. I'm going to be using some markers and some crayons. You're going to need a white drawing tool. I have a white colored pencil, but if you don't have any colored pencils, a white crayon will also work for this. You have a piece of purple paper, and here's how we're going to get started. Our paper needs to go vertical, which is tall, and I want you to leave about 4 finger spaces at the bottom of your paper. Once you find where that is, just take your drawing tool and make a straight line all the way across to the other side of the paper. Now our cat's going to be really easy today because we're just going to make everything out of triangles. And our first 2 triangles are going to be right on that line. We're going to go down and back up, and again down and back up. And those will be the cat's paws. Let's take our white drawing tool and add 3 lines to separate his toes. 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, and 3. We're going to finish making this fence by putting some vertical lines going down the paper. You don't want them to be too close together or it will be hard when you color, so I would leave them at least 3 finger spaces apart. I was able to fit 4 lines. You might be able to fit 4, 5, or 6. Now we're going to draw the cat's body. The triangles where we had the paws, we want to go a little bit past that area. So I'm going to find where the paw ends right here. Go a little bit past it and draw a diagonal line going up. I'm going to do the same thing over here. Find the edge of the paw, go over just a little and connect. And now you have a triangle for his body. Now we're going to do an upside down triangle for his head. Finding the point of the body, go diagonal out, and then connect all the way across the top. And now you have an upside down triangle. Right here at the top, we're going to go triangle up, triangle up. Now inside of those 2 triangles, I want you to put 2 smaller triangles. Take your white drawing tool and fill in the inside of the ears. We have another upside down triangle for his nose. Right here in the middle, I just want you to go straight across, diagonal, diagonal, and now you have an upside down triangle for his nose. Let's give our cat a mouth. We just go from the nose and make a candy cane hook. We go from the nose again and make another candy cane hook. His eyes are going to be big. We're going to find the corner of the triangle. Don't touch it. Go a little bit away from it. You're going to go rainbow, smile face. On the other side of the triangle, try to do the same thing. Go rainbow, smile face. Just like that. On the inside of the eye, make a line coming down and another one here. Same thing on the other eye. 1 here and 1 here. We're going to add some more details to the inside, but for right now, take your white drawing tool and color in the edges of the eyes. Now let's add some whiskers, and we're going to make them kind of fun. Underneath the eye, we're just going to go 1, 2, 3, and we're going to do the same thing over here. 1, 2, 3. Let's make them long. We're going to touch a dot, curve it all the way over, and give it a little curly Q on the end. Here's what it looks like again. We come all the way over, curly Q. Make them nice and long and fun, and a curly Q. We're gonna do the same thing to the other side. And if you can't get a curly Q on yours, that's okay. You can just make your whisker really long like this and leave it alone. Let's put a moon up in the sky, and it's gonna kind of run off the paper. So close to his ear, I just want you to take a line and curve it. Then find the point of it and curve it again a little bit wider, and it's gonna run off the top of the paper. And now let's take our white drawing tool, and just by putting a few polka dots in the background, kind of small ones, it's gonna look like stars, like it's nighttime. Something like that. Now we're gonna switch colors. If you still wanna continue to use colored pencil, you can, or I'm gonna go ahead and switch to crayon. Now your cat doesn't have to be a black cat if you don't want it to be. I'm gonna make mine a black cat, purple, blue, anything that you want for your imagination, you can do that. What we're gonna do is start coloring in our cat. Try to stay on the inside of the white line so that you don't get rid of the white line, and then color it in Ooh La La. I'm gonna fast forward through most of this part of the video. You can pause and take your time as you need to color yours in and do a nice job. I really took a long time to color in the head because I was careful to color around all of my white drawing lines and not just to color right on top of them. You're going to want to do the same thing down by the toes. Try to trace around those white lines that we made instead of coloring right over them. So I colored the body, the head, the ears, and the feet. And again, I wanted mine to be a black cat, but if you'd like yours to be a different color, you can do that. You can use that same color for the nose, or you could switch pink or any color you want. I think I want to make mine gray. The inside of a cat's eye looks kind of pointy, so I'm going to make a line coming down. I'm going to make a line going back up, and I'm going to color that in. We're going to color the eyes. You could use marker, colored pencil. I think I'm going to switch back to crayon. And I really want my cat's eyes to look like they're glowing. So I'm going to use a lime green or a yellow. You pick the color that you want. And if you ever need to test on the back to see what it's going to show up like on this dark purple, you can always test it on the back of your paper. I ended up coloring with this kind of apple green color, and then I outlined with this bluish purple color. Now we're going to color our moon, and I'm going to use yellow. Now it's time to color in the fence. Maybe for my younger art students, kindergarten and first and maybe even second, you could just take a color and color in each part of the fence. Brown would be a good color for that. But again, you can make yours any color you want. If you're one of my older art students, like my 3rd and 4th grade, we might do a little bit more shading instead of just coloring. I still want my fence to be brown, but I could pick a color that's a little bit darker than brown, like a blue or a purple, and I could do a little bit of shading with those colors. Then I could also pick a color that's lighter than brown to create a little bit of highlights on the fence. I could pick a really light green, or a yellow, or a pink, or maybe even a white. So my younger kids, you can just pick one color and color your fence, but my older art students, maybe challenge yourself and do a little bit of blending and shading. I decided to use blue for my shadow, red for my fence color. The fence color doesn't have to be brown, especially since the night sky will change the look of color. And then I'm going to use white for my highlight. Since the fence is supposed to look textured, I'm going to purposely color it in such a way that it looks textured. We're going to do one more important thing to our cat drawing. When you're all finished, flip it over and please put your name on the back of your paper. And that's our finished triangle black cat. I hope you had fun today, artists.